Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays. And in this episode, I'll be continuing Mission 5, Operation Pickpocket, for Ambush. We've done a few rounds, we've done some operations in the previous video, and this one we're back into operations. We've captured one German's on the verge of surrendering. We haven't captured him yet. We need to go into his hex to capture him, but he's like, so yeah, you can hit the like. Subscribe if you haven't done so already and enjoy what I do. And remember, any comments much appreciated. Let's go down to the map. Whoops. I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, so we're in operations. Why? Well, all the men disappeared there. Okay, we're still in condition 1. And this German here is now inactive. That's why we're in operations, because he has surrendered. He's probably screaming from the building, whatever the German word is for surrender. Nick shooting. So back in operations, what's the plan now? We know we got to find some documentation. This is a V2 rocket site. We have an antenna on here, and I've got 3 satchel charges. How long will we remain in operations? Well, we shall see. First of all, I need to get everything sort of comfortable and back in command. So I'm going to move Mr. B. Baker forward. Back in operations, that shouldn't change what I'm seeing on here, should it? M16, already been in that hex. It says event. We're now back in operations, so I assume that means I've got to roll an event. Okay. Now I'm using real dice, as described in the intro. 9 and 7 is 16. 16. Another event, 16. That says S1. We've had S1. So now I place an event marker in that hex. And let me just bring up the markers. Remind me that that can't happen again. Okay. I think I'm going to advance Elmore into J14. See if we can get into J13 and get this guy to actually be captured. So we've got into J14. That says sighting 5, which we've also had. So that doesn't come up again. Okay. Okay. Let's go into J13 then. With him. Again, sighting 5. Okay, that at that point, therefore, Vogel is now captured. Status. Captured. Right. Okay, where's Mr. Anderson? You move forward into L17, L15. L15. It says event again. All right, roll the 2 dice. 8 and 3 is 11. It says 494. Have I had that before? No idea. 494. I will know once I actually read the paragraph. 494. S3 required. You haven't had S3, so nothing happens there other than I place an event marker. I think I've been forgetting to do that on some of these occasions. Okay. We'll then have Mr. Anderson move into L14. Keeping command control. L14. Again, that says sighting 5. We've had sighting 5, so Nothing there. It's a paragraph, but it's not an event. Hmm. Do I still place an event marker? No. Okay. Clint, you'll move into M14 across that escarpment. That's a crest line, actually, not an escarpment. Get it right. So he's gone into M14. That does say event. And that's a 7. Oh, that's a bit different. So that says S8036. We haven't had sighting, so I need to check the paragraph. 036. Let's put that up there. S8036. If an active US soldier can see S6, C635. No, the buildings, everything in the way. So place event marker, but no, I'm going to leave that stone marker there to remind me that that is a potential sighting hex. Okay. I want to get these teams back. So we're going to have Anderson and yeah. Okay, Faulkner moves forward into L12, or sorry, L14, and then moves into L13. Again, the word event. And this time we roll a 0 and a 4, so that's actually just a 4. That says 494, which was, yeah, that's going to be nothing, isn't it? Because that was the, if sighting 3 had occurred, which it hasn't. Okay. Denton moves into the same hex. Mr. Anderson, no. So we want those 4 to be the lead team. So we'll now move Denton into L12. Right. Now that has got a sighting on it. It says S. Oh, we've had S5, haven't we? Yeah, so that's nothing new there then, other than an event token. Okay. Falconer moves into L12 and then moves to M12. Yeah, we're gradually approaching this building here. I want to get the full fire team if I can. Ready? M12. Event. 8 and 9 is 17. Pretty much as high as it can go. That says, I think that says 645. Yeah, swap your glasses over. 645. Yeah, that number does ring a bell. 645. No, it's different. I'll make it. One US soldier determined at random occupying a rough terrain hex falls. A rough terrain hex. I don't think anyone's actually in a rough terrain hex. Rough is, yeah, that broken. No one's off a rough terrain. Ignore any reference to this paragraph after the first soldier has fallen. Okay. Well, no one's occupying a rough terrain hex, so no event effectively. Okay. Mr. Hanson, you're going to take over the prisoner. You're the least useful soldier. I know it's not a nice thing to say. I mean, he's probably a lovely chap, but yeah. Okay. K15, S5 again, J14, S5, and he comes and joins Elmore in there, and then takes over. And Elmore move out to J14. I don't fancy going to K14. It's in the middle of the open. K15 joins Mr. Anderson in whatever that hex is, then goes to here and moves to here, here, and here. Okay, so that final hex he moves into will be, yeah, let's just zoom a little bit in. Okay, does that really help to see the numbers? That looks like an N12. S4. You haven't had sighting for. S4 048. 048. Boom, 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 boom. Place event marker, conduct PC check. If successful, see 648. Place event marker. Okay. Then conduct PC check. So Elmore has a perception of 3. It's not the most perceptive of dudes. And he rolls a 3. So 048. Let's read that again. Place event marker, conduct PC check. If successful, see 648. So he goes to 648. There's no modifier to that. 648. S4. So I've now had sighting 4. Okay, so put a ring on that. Okay. Soldier sees a large antenna tower in hex X10. Large antenna tower in hex X10. Uh, what are these? They're not terrain. What is it? No. Events. Antenna tower. Okay. In hex X10. X7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it is uphill. I've had sighting 4. Now, I'm not quite sure how to actually knock these things out. I'm assuming I've got to use demo charges, actual charges, but it doesn't actually tell me how to do it in the rules. Or if it does, I missed it completely. I'm assuming once I go there might be something in the paragraph that says I have got 3 satchel charges. I'm therefore assuming I might get a victory point or something for doing so. All right, let's move Mr. Anderson up. Okay, that's his squad or his team ready to go. Right, Baker will move up. Clint will go to N13. 646. Have I had that before? No. 646. That might be sending back these near 646. Achtung! Minenfeld. Oh dear, I walked into a minefield. 646. Achtung, Minenfeld. Warning signs indicate a minefield in the hex northeast of your current position. Northeast. Oh, I haven't walked into it. Northeast. North. So that probably is terrain minefield. Bunker crater minefield. Northeast. That's north, that's east. Minenfeld. Warning signs indicate a minefield in the hex northeast of your current position. Place landmark. Well, we won't go in there then. Okay. That's quite a pain in the bum, isn't it? Right. Gibbs moves up to there. All right. So it's time to move a little bit more forward then. So we will move Elmore into N11. And this says S7 464. S7 464. Okay, 464. Right, roll one die. 5, 464. 5, conduct activation check. If successful, see 636. Right, so the current activation number is 0 to 1. So I roll a 3. If successful, see 636. So it wasn't successful. And it was an event. So that would potentially happen every time I go there. Okay. Faulkner moves forward into M11. Paragraph M11. It says none. Interesting. Mr. Anderson moves to M12. Mr. Denton moves to L11. That's his event, which is 0 and a 9, so that's 9. It says 092. Okay. S5 required. We have had S5, so that's fine. Go to condition 2. Boom. I've obviously stood on a twig or farted in anticipation. It seems like every time I press the letter T, the guys disappear. Anyway, let me zoom out a little bit because we've got to go to condition 2. So first thing we've got to do is remove all the event markers. Yay. Change from condition 1 to condition 2. Okay, and then we do paragraph checks with the guy that's most. We've got a couple of these are all on 9, 10, 11. So we start with this guy here, L11, the guy who actually triggered it. L11, it says event. We ignore that because we're doing the condition checks. Then we'll do M11. Says none. Then N11, which says S7464, which I think we just had, haven't we? Yes, 464, which got us to this condition anyway. So no change there. Then we go to M12, which says event, so nothing there either. Next most advanced, that's J13L13. So J13, S5, we've already had S5. L13. Okay, that's different. Let's go 030. All right, so let's put that in there. 030. Or 30. Another way of saying that, 30. One soldier with the highest perception, PC, that can see hex D17. D17. What's way back over? D17, which is that hex there. Okay. So he can definitely see it. And that's probably about it. So let's read that paragraph again. 030. One soldier with the highest perception that can see must make a perception check. If successful, go to C 013. Okay, so perception for Mr. B or Baker, his perception is 6. He rolls a 3. And he's seen. He's perceived C013. Just your imagination. He saw a flicker of something, but not too sure. So that was his event. So now we go to this guy who's on N13. N13. That's 646. 6. Okay, that's something to do with a minefield, I think. Let's have a look. 6, 4, 6. 6, 4, 6. Acton minefield. Warning signs indicate a minefield in the hex northeast of your current position. Ah. Oh. It is this guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's still there. We haven't got a minefield that disappears because the condition's over. M14. Right. M14 says events, therefore no event. I'm not sure if I meant to place an event marker there when I do the condition change. I must admit, this is probably the hardest part because remembering when to place things. Condition change. Right, when the condition pause and make paragraph checks for each hex occupied by an active US soldier. Ignore any event checks and simply place event markers that require event checks. Oh, right, so I should have been placing the marker. Darn it. So we know there's one there. There was a couple of others, wasn't there? I can't remember. Oh well. Am I going to check them? I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause. So you don't have to listen to me waffle on, but I'm going to. Okay, so there was a couple of event markers that are now in place around here and around here. Okay, so that's the condition change. We're on condition 2 now. Okay. I don't like this guy sitting in the middle of the road, so we'll go to L12. And I will check. That's got S5 next to it. We've already had sighting 5, so nothing happens there. Okay. Clint moves forward. He now goes into N8, 9, 10, 11, 12, N12. I sighting 7, we've had sighting. Sighting 7074. I thought, no, obviously not. 074. Okay. Sighting 7074. Maybe I didn't actually activate something. 074. Right, roll one die. Roll a 1. 074. Not for conduct activation check. Is successful, C636. Okay. Activation number is now 0 to 3 rather than 0 to 1. And we roll a 3. Right, so it's 074. Conduct activation check. If successful, C636. 636. Does that mean we're going to have some Germans? 636. Yes, it does. Right, so it's got a little S7 there, so we now have sighting 7. Activate German 12 in the second story of the building in S13. Okay. Crouching. Place second floor marker under German 12's counter. Commence rounds, German advantage. German 12 automatically receives 2 turns this round. Oh dear. I've been ambushed. Let me set that up. Okay. So soldier number 12 is T. So it's named Trost. He's a sniper by looks of it. Oh, yeah, it says sniper. So he's got an initiative of 3, perception of 5. He's armed with a bolt rifle with a scope. Weapon skill +2. In other words, he's an extremely good dude. So on first turn, C801. Oh dear. And he's going to get 2 actions this round, and it's German advantage. Okay, so we're going into round 1. That doesn't sound too good, does it? No. Sitting on top there. Oh, right, okay. What we're going to do about him? Well, we have to see what he does. So, round 1. First thing we do is determine my perception text for each US soldier who can see German soldiers or vehicles. Now, I'm assuming that we can't use him prisoner for my perception text. Who can actually see this guy? All right. Definitely him. Definitely him. He can't because of the trees. Definitely. Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look. Can he see him? Yeah, he can see him. No, he can see him. He can see him. This guy, no, there's trees in the way there. Trees in the way. So it looks like these 3. Okay. So Clint, he's got a perception of 5. He rolls a 6. So he's unaware. Elmore, he's got a perception of 3. And he rolls a 9. No, he's probably the one that caused it to go to condition 2. No, it wasn't. It was someone else. But anyway. And then Faulkner, who's got a perception of 6. Is that right? Yeah, perception of 6. He rolls a 6. So the only guy I've got aware is Faulkner. Who's where? There he is. Okay. There's no event on the first round. So now we do initiative. So we've still got to roll both dice, but we know the German has got initiative. Okay, and I've rolled a 7 for the German and 2 for me. So Faulkner on a 2 goes there, and Tross, he's got 2 actions anyway. There we go. Right, so that Faulkner, he won't panic because he's got Mr. Anderson there. So even though Mr. Anderson's not aware, he ensures that Faulkner doesn't panic. Next thing we've got to do, well, it's the German activation mark because the German's going first. So, and he rolls a 3. However, it did define on first turn use 801. So 801, presume that'll be him making a shot. Must admit, my paragraph book is starting to fall apart. Crouch, then conduct best fire at easiest target, fall prone after fire if free stance change available. He started crouching, so he doesn't need to use his free stance. So, easiest target would be Elmore there, because he's crouching in the woods. That makes it slightly harder. So, the first thing we've got to do is determine is if he weapon jams. You've got a 5% chance. And he rolls 39, so his weapon doesn't jam. There, his shot rings out. Right. Okay, so the chance of hitting. Remember, his weapon skill's 2. This could be particularly nasty. And weapon skill 2. I've lost my charts and tables. Oh, there it is. Okay. So with a scope, range 2 to 8 is short range. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely short range. So that's a basic 5. I am crouching in the open. That's not good. That's a 0, so it stays 5. And +2, that's a 7. He rolls a 2. Uh-oh. Elmore is hit. Okay. And then it's a 9. That is an instant kill. Well, rifle scope. Boom. A bullet in the head. Oh, that's not nice. Status. Definitely ambushed. He then falls prone. Dear, oh dear. Okay, so he goes again. So now we've got to roll a new activation number for him. And it is 6. 6. Okay, so we're in condition 2 with a 6. That says he does paragraph 802. Crouch, then conduct best fire at closest target. Fall prone after fire if free stance change available. Well, okay, so he comes out of his prone. Delete that guy, yeah. Get to crouch. Now, closest target, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is Clint. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not the easiest, but it says best fire, so it's an aim shot. Right, so it's again short range is 5. Weapon skill takes it to 7. Bloody hell. And then what? I'm crouching in a Clint's crouching in a wood. That's -3, so it takes it to a 4. That's a 7, so he misses. Blimey. Though I should have actually done a weapon jam. No, weapon doesn't jam. So that's another shot rings out. Ding! 3 twigs. Okay. And that's him done. Faulkner. He can't go to prone because he has free stance change. What is Faulkner going to do? I think. I think he's going to run into cover, but there could be Jerry's in here too. But staying out in the open, no, that's a fool's game. So, what do I fire? No, get into cover. I can't do that as a snapshot, so he gets into cover. I'll better do paragraph N8, N9, N10. N10. It says event. There are no events because we're in operations. No, we're not. We're in rounds, so there's no event. I can't remember. Do I need to place an event marker there? As I say, this is the part. Yeah, it just tells me to ignore any event paragraphs. Okay, so Faulkner got into cover. That that ends round 1. Okay, round 2. What are we gonna do? Right. Well, first of all, we do perception checks for all US soldiers on the map. So we know we've got Faulkner. So we'll start. Well, we'll just work our way along. So Anderson, he has a perception of 7. And he rolls a 4, so he is aware. Baker, he's got a perception of 6. He rolls a 6, so he's aware. Oh, who died? Elmore, wasn't it? Yeah, Elmore, so he's definitely inactive. Clint, perception of 5. Rolls an 8, so he's not aware. Denton, perception of 6. He rolls a 3, so Denton's aware. I just rolled for Clint. He was fine. No, I wasn't. Clint wasn't. No. Gibbs. Gibbs has got a perception of 4 and rolls a 6, so he's not. He's already in. And Hanson. Perception of 4 and he rolls a 7. No, he's having a chat with a cigarette with the German. So has no idea that Elmore's been taken out. Okay, so that's my perception checks. Now random event. Okay, 0-6. So that's just 6. Random event 6 on condition 2. Okay, that says 018. 018. Right, 1 German weapon fired in the previous round is out of ammo. If more than 1 German weapon is fired last round, determine which one is out of ammo at random. Is out of ammo? How cool is that? Now, how do I show that? Okay, what's he do when he's out of ammo? I mean, it's not jammed. No, it's not jammed. Oh, I'll have to read out that one. Well, that's a relief. But how do they get ammo back? And I can't see any ammo tokens out of ammo. So I've just got to take a note. Okay. Let me find out what German does. He hasn't got any subsequent weapons either. Some of them do have like pistol or Lugers, whichever you prefer, or a grenade. He doesn't. He has a scope. You can throw that at me. Let's find out. It says German ammo expenditure. German soldiers do not have ammo boxes and do not expend ammo clips when firing. Germans can run out of ammunition as a result of a paragraph, which has just happened. That's what it says. So I presume there must be paragraphs that will say he finds, or if he's out of ammo, do X, Y, Z. But that's come just, well, I would say that was around too late, but there we go. That was the for Elmore. Bless his cotton socks. But yeah, okay. So that was a random event. So we know that Frost is out of ammo. Just taking a note of that. Okay. What is it? Weather and events. So it's now initiative rolls. Okay. German rolls a 7. I roll a 2. That sounds. I think that was what happened last time. German rolls a 7. So he has the edge. So he goes up to there. So he's going to get 2 actions. And I roll a 2. So Mr. Anderson rolling a 2. Okay, he's going to get 2 actions. These 2. Okay, they're going to get 2 actions. And Faulkner gets 1. And I believe they're all under command control. They are. Mr. Anderson here is definitely telling them, steady boys. He's very upset, but there's not much he can do about it. Right. Yeah. And the next, right, is the German activation number. Okay. 1. Okay. So it's doing 802. Crouch then conduct best fire at closest target. Fall prone after fight if free start change available. Well, he's gonna fall prone, isn't he? He can't fire. Interesting. Well, we can't shoot him while he's prone. But we definitely need to take him out because he might decide to start moving and get some ammo. Okay, Clint. We don't want to go into this hex here, do we? No. So, right. So this is a crest. Crest, isn't it? Yeah, crest hex side, which costs. Oops. +1 movement point. But I think I might just stake her out. Well, Clint's totally unaware. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So we've just done his action. Right. Denton, Baker, and Anderson. Okay. Denton, where's Denton? Denton's down here. Yeah, I think we need to get him into cover. So Mr. Anderson will spend his action. No, can't do that. Because he can't. Right. Denton does an action. Remember, I can do these in any order that I want to. And he enters the building through the window. So that is L9, L10. Ooh, L10. That's got S5. We already had sighting 5, so nothing additional there. Okay, that's him done. Then Mr. Anderson will make. Now, if he makes Clint aware, does then Clint see? I can't remember now. If he makes Clint aware, I assume that gives him an action. Let's have a look. No point. He will be aware in round 3 anyway. And if I do make him aware, his marker goes in the complete space, so he's not going to get any action. So there's no point on that. Okay. We're going to make Mr. No, Mr. H is unaware. There's no point in that. Okay. What was Gibbs? Gibbs was unaware. Yeah. These two, the ones that could probably start flanking, are not sure what's going on. So he will give Denton another action. Mr. B. And Denton then goes into MA, M9, M10. All right. M10. Okay, so that says 498. 498. Boom, boom, boom. Conduct PC check. Okay, so this is Denton. Denton has a perception of 6, and he rolls a 2, so he passes. If successful, C133. Well done, Denton. What have you seen? Hopefully some papers. 133. Soldier finds important documents. Gain a VP. Woohoo! 1 VP. Oops. That's great. Yeah, 1 VP. Okay. So that's Denton. Right. I'm going to make a little note on his properties. Okay. Documents. Denton has documents. Apply. Okay, and I'm going to put also my little paper sheet that he's got the documents at the present moment. Okay. Which then means he goes down to here again. Mr. Anderson, he could also Hmm. Do we activate Faulkner? 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder how big this minefield is. Is it just the one hex, or is it going to be spread over a few of them? Okay, so he orders Faulkner to move. So he stands, which is a free stance change, climbs through the windy to 011. I don't like moving in the open, but sometimes that's all you can do. And that says S4048. We've had sighting 4, so that's okay. Right. So that's 2 movement points to go through the windy. P11 for 3 movement points. S7 464. We're okay. And Q12 for 4 movement points. That says 061. Don't like that. 061. 061. If S3 and S7 have not occurred, see 471. Okay, so we've had S7, but we haven't had S3. Sorry, 061, lost myself there. All right. If S7 has occurred, see 482. Okay. If S3 has occurred, see 464. Now, if S3 and S7 have occurred, no event. So we're looking at if 7 has occurred, 482. Okay, 482. That doesn't sound good, does it? I know it's just a number. It could be anything. Conduct activation check. Oh dear. Activate with condition 2, 0 to 3. We've rolled a 5. If fails, conduct PC check. So this is Faulkner, PC of 6. If fails, conduct a PC check. He rolls a 9, so he failed. If successful, see 634. He wasn't successful, so nothing happens. And that's his. He did a free stance change here, so he hasn't got a free stance change now. So that brings him down to there. Okay, thrust. He's unarmed. Okay, so we now got to roll a new German activation number. 4. Okay. Now, he's got does he go into self-preservation if he's unarmed? Is that something he could do? Let's have a look. Action rounds. German soldiers. This is if the current condition whether the Germans in a hex occupied or adjacent to an active US soldier. Okay, so no, there doesn't see special German paragraphs. No, that doesn't seem to be anything if they're unarmed. I mean, he's not going to shout up. How do I know, or how do my soldiers know that he's out of ammo? We don't. Realistically, I do as a player. That's part of the foibles of a game, I suppose. But anyway, we're in condition. So the actual activation number is 4. So he's doing that 802. So he remains prone because he can't conduct any fire because he's got no ammo. Okay. Well, that's him done. I'm assuming one of these paragraphs was self-preservation will come in once I go adjacent, which I'm intending to do. Right, okay. So Faulkner. Okay. What have we actually got here? That looks like it's the door. Well, are they? The door's got no as a gap, doesn't it? So that must be the window upstairs. Okay, got it. Yes. So that is the door, and that's Windy's downstairs and upstairs. So, okay, we are going to do Faulkner. All right, so he goes into R12 for warming point. R12. That says 061. We've had 061, but we'll put that back there because nothing actually happened from it. 061. Zero, right. Right, so it's that S3, S7. So S7 has occurred. 482. Not what we had last night yet, so it's back to 482. 482. Conduct activation check. Okay, this time we roll 4. Activation number is 3, so no. If fails, conduct PC check. Faulkner, perception of 6. He rolled an 8, so if his buttocks weren't attached to his legs, he wouldn't realise they were there. Okay, so he spent 1 to get into there. He then moves through the windy. Okay, so I'm going to put that there for 2, 3 movement points. Okay. I've got to do S13. S13. Okay, that says 619. Is there another German in there? Trusting my luck, probably 619. 619. If S7 has not occurred, it has. C4, then if F7 has occurred, C479. 479. If S0 has occurred, C487, S0 hasn't. If S0 has not occurred, S0 occurs. Okay. Activate German 24 and 42 in S14. Oh my God! Crouching. Commence rounds. US advantage. All active US soldiers that can see S14 are automatically aware. All aware US soldiers that do not panic receive 2 turns this round. C487. Okay, I better set that up. We're already in rounds. More chord recording. Ooh, P and Q. So that is Pfeiffer and Quellman are 2 scientists. Okay, who are unarmed. Woohoo! Okay. They've got low perceptions, -2 weapon skills, so they're unarmed. I thought I'd just gone into a nest of vipers there for a moment. So Faulkner bursts through the window. Okay. Sees these 2 guys crouching. He's got 1 movement point left and a free stance. Well, he can't enter the hex because he can't do an assault. So I'm gonna his free stance changes to go into crouch. Okay. And that's him pretty much done. Now, I've still got there was something else on this, wasn't it? 479. Yes, C487. I also have to go 487, and also well, let's see what 487 says, right? Hex S13 contains a V2 rocket concealed inside the church building. Wow. Oh, I am reading the right. Hex S13, that's where we're in, isn't it? Contains a V2 rocket. Okay. Events. No, is it an event? Rocket. Okay. Inside the church, place a V2 landmark, gain 2 VPs for its destruction. To destroy it, throw a satchel charge into its hex. When you throw a satchel charge into its hex, read paragraph 639. See, that's what I was wondering how I did this. 639 satchel charge. Okay. Faulkner does actually have a satchel charge. Note this paragraph number on your squad record and read it when you destroy the rocket. Okay. There's a lot happening in that vicinity, isn't it? We've got an unarmed German on the top, 2 German scientists, and a rocket, a V2 rocket. Okay, at least it tells me how to actually gain those, because I was like wondering if I was missing something in the paragraph. So anyway, that's Faulkner done. So what actually happens now with these Germans? So we've got new Germans activated in the middle of rounds. German activate when US have yet to enter. No, that's not true. German activation during rounds. During action rounds, there is a possibility that additional Germans may be activated. If activation occurs during rounds, use the following procedure. Interrupt whatever is happening and place the newly activated Germans on the map in the stance indicated in the activation paragraph. Ignore those parts dealing with advantage and US awareness. Done that. If the paragraph states that the Germans receive 2 turns, place his AR marker in the 2-turn space using the current German activation advantage-disadvantage result. If the activation paragraph did not specify that Germans receive 2 turns, then roll a new German action number and place the newly activated German AR markers in the indicator space, again using the current advantage disadvantage. The newly activated Germans has no effect on US awareness. If all US soldiers are currently aware, then they remain aware. If some are unaware, only the German that originally caused the rounds to commence affects their awareness. Okay, so I just got to roll a new German activation number for these two well. And the activation number is 9. Okay, which for these guys puts him there. Oh no, did they have advantage? They did have advantage. And him there. Okay. Yes, they did have advantage. All right, so Q will be actually up next with 2 turns. Okay. What's he doing? So his self-preservation has now come into effect. He's Q. He does 630. Initial 1 to 4. No, it's not Q. It's S. 8. Yeah, special self-preservation is S. A special condition is Q. So it's 811. 811. If in sight of an active target, surrender. Oh. Which makes sense. I mean, he's unarmed, and there's one of my airy, I don't know. I was going to say Marines. We're not Marines. So what's P going to do then? P S 811. He also surrenders. Okay, that was over quickly, wasn't it? Okay, that's fair enough. Back to my guys. I think we're going to have Faulkner then come in here, and he captures both of them. Status captured. Now, here's an interesting question. It says on their card, +1 VP, and then in brackets, +2 VP if captured. And then it says if captured, you gain 2 VP for exiting German 24 from the map with your squad. Is that in addition to the 1 VP? Answers on a postcard, please. Okay, Falconer's moved in there. How many prisoners can a guy have? Can you have multiple? Can you escort more than one prisoner? I'm going to check that out. I'm assuming you can. It's a little bit silent on. Oh, excuse me. I should have actually placed a prone marker on these guys as well. Yeah, it's a little bit silent on how many prisoners a guy can actually be with. He can move. He can move off board. Also, I haven't actually checked that hex for an event, or it's S14. It does say 479, so I should have checked that. So I've gone in the hex. They've been captured, but 479 comes into effect. Whatever that is. 479. Oh, that's just the and then we had the 487 as well, didn't we? Yeah, about the rocket. Yeah, that's all that. Okay, so he's gone in there. That's Faulkner's second action. So he's now captured those 2 dudes. Okay. But he's way out command control. So I need to bring him back to command control. So Mr. Anderson will stand up. change his stance, and he will move 1 into N8, N9, and then N11. N11 already has sighting 7, so that's 1. 012, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he can't do any more. He's had his 3 stance changed. So that's as far as Mr. Anderson goes. Okay. Denton will move into yeah, N8, N9, N10. Okay, no effect there. It says event, so we know that means nothing. So it's Denton done. And Baker, well, he wants to keep all his guys together. So I think he's, yeah, he's actually not going to do it. Yeah, no, he's not going to do any more. Okay. So that actually ends round 2. And I think I'm going to end the video at that point. So we have quite a lot happening over here. I've asked a question, and I'll bring it back up to the top when we're done. Because yeah, we want to lob a satchel charge in there. And what will happen to the guy, the prone guy at the top there? Or do we go up and try and take him out as well? Okay, let's take this back up to the top. Thank you so far. And yeah, let me stop the recording. Well, that was interesting. We found a VT rocket in church tower. Fair enough. German, okay, losing a guy, don't like it, but the German only had 1 bullet. So yeah, interesting. I don't know what will happen with him now. Will he suddenly gain some ammo? Will he have to move to get some ammo? There doesn't seem to be anything on his paragraph, but now I'm adjacent to him. Maybe self-preservation comes in. 2 scientists surrendering useful, and as I said in the video, sorry, on the actual map, if I capture them, do I gain an extra 2 VP? Rather than I've got 1 for them coming on the board. It says capture in brackets 2, and then at the bottom there it says if I remove them from the board, another 2 VP. So not sure how that actually works. Maybe I have to do a bit of a dive on the rules, but any comments, if you know the answer to that question, let me know. But yeah, it's progressing nowhere near as bad as mission 4. However, that was an instant kill, blimey. Yeah, that definitely had his name on it. Elmore is no more. Thank you for watching. Remember, play games, have fun, and if you could do me a favor, like the video, because that lets me know that, you know, again, as I've said many times, a view, so what? Yeah, you've watched it. You might watch it only for 3 seconds, but if you tick the like button, I know that you've enjoyed it, and that tells me that I'm doing the right thing. Subscribe if you like what I do, and remember, all comments will be answered, and they're much appreciated. But until next time, as I've said, have fun, play games, enjoy yourself. Bye, Internet.